Sound check. Test mic. Hello and welcome to the stream. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. So 2 days ago, I was able to get another tier of the Shattering Spirit, and yesterday, I tried to use that and upgrade the aspect on the Bone Spirinter that I have created. So far it did some improvement on the damage. Excuse me. I think it managed to clear pit 86 now. But then again, the damage is still enough. However, it was still able to efficiently kill the T4 tormented bosses. I know pit is pit, tormented bosses is different, right? I know we want also to upgrade the glyphs, but probably if you want to enjoy the build, if you have another character who is doing pretty well and then who can upgrade the glyphs to 100, then you can upgrade those glyphs and then play the build. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just it still lacks the power to further increase its power. What I'm gonna do today is to complete. Basically, I have already finalized the build planner, except for the speed farming. What I want to observe and check if my theory is correct, that apparently there are still instances that in spite of the cooldown of the Bone Spirit is now at 5.4, with regards to, let's set aside first the Nightmare Dungeon. The Nightmare Dungeons is, I would say, this build can do it pretty well. Infernal Hordes, we want to kill as many enemies as possible, and this build is very good at that. It's just the only problem is that the mechanic of the Bone Spirit, one of its cooldown is it needs to crit first. So Before it reduces its cooldown, it needs to crit first, meaning it needs to hit an enemy first. So how can you now cast another Bone Spirit if the Bone Spirit hasn't landed yet? And it needs to, before it calculates that if it crits, then it will reduce that 7 seconds. There is another way. The only problem is if you are going to utilize the rapid ossification. Rapid ossification, for every 100 essence, it will reduce our cooldown by 1.5 seconds at rank 3. If we have, right now we have 238, so at 200 essence, we can reduce the cooldown of the Bone Spirit 3 seconds upon consuming all of the essence, all of the resource. Okay, the thing is, right now it's not yet enough. I have this ring with the rapid ossification. I've been testing this yesterday, but somehow there were still some instances that somehow it's still, the Bone Spirit is kind of having a cooldown of I think 1 to 2 seconds. And I did an Inferno Horde yesterday, and then there was this Ether Goblin event. It really, I don't know, for some reason that does the Ether Goblins has some kind of what you call that, like a defensive mechanic, that all of your cooldown reduction or whatever, when you hit, like, it doesn't activate for some reason. Though what I'm just thinking here is, so right now, so how much is our rapid ossification? Rank 8. So it reduces our cooldown by 4 seconds if we have 100 essence consumed. So my only question here is the Quax rune. Was there any instances that the Quax rune is, or because we are doing the Bone Spirit so fast that after the next casting, somehow the Bone Spirit is not being triggered? I don't know why that we are at 238 when it regains the essence. So right now we have 47 plus 47, so that's 94, right? That's 94. Plus 50% from the ossified essence key passive, that's an additional 50%, so that is 47 times 3, 21, 18, 211, right? 211 resource without the rapid ossification. But if we have only 2, so 94 plus 47, so that is only 144 and 141. Am I correct? Yeah, 97 plus 94 plus 47, that is 141. So 141. So meaning, with the rapid ossification in, our essence generation doesn't fill up the entire essence, so that when we cast the second round, we are still at 200%, so that we can consume so that every cast, because at 100 essence we're only reducing 4 and we have 5.12, so we still have that 1.12 seconds that we are still missing. So what I'm thinking here, I have another spare ring here, but I want to try this out first if my assumption is correct. Let's just say I'm gonna drop the Quax rune. Okay, I'm gonna drop the Quax rune, and then I'm going to use, where are you? This one. So this one will add 35 primary resource plus 50%. Let's just say 52. 52 plus 141. So that's 193. So we're still short by a bit. But take note, our bone splinters will generate a bit of essence for us. So let me try this one first. Worst case scenario, either I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with double rapid dosification. Let me just do I have at least just a wave 6? Or did I throw away those did I throw away those what you call that, the infernal compass? Let's grab our archmages. Maybe let's borrow some infernal compass. I'm just gonna do wave 6. I don't mind, or whatever infernal horde that we have here. Okay, we have, I don't have wave 6, but I do have a wave 8, so I think wave 8 is fine. So at least once I have completed this, then I can just finalize everything here. I still find this build fun. It's just, it still need an improvement, especially the Gospel of the Devotee. This one needs to be improved, like it needs to be changed actually. Like it says here, your basic skills are empowered. Damaging an enemy with the basic skill, excuse me, causes them to take increased damage from your other basic skill. Like how they have thought about this, that I have to cast a basic skill and then I'm going to cast the main basic skill in order for that to be empowered to get that multiplier damage. Basically, we don't, the necromancer class doesn't have any good it doesn't have a mechanic wherein when you cast a basic skill it triggers another one. I think the druid has that kind of mechanic. It has that I think it's on the skill tree wherein when you cast this it activates another skill or it activates another type of element and you can use another basic skill, so it triggers this it creates this a good synergy between two skills. But the necromancer doesn't have that. So I'm going to cast Rip first and then Bone Splinter, then Rip first and then Bone Splinters again. It's like it doesn't, it is not that efficient. Like, do you want to cast skill and then trigger another one, like the Pain Gorgers? Damaging enemies with a non-basic skill marks the enemy, which is we are using the Bone Spirit, therefore marking them. Then when they are now, when the Shattered Spirit activates, shooting all of these 18 projectiles of Bone Splinters, then it will trigger the effect of the Pain Gorgers. They're gonna get the benefit from the Pain Gorgers. But the Gospel of Devotee, like, I don't know. I don't know. If I'm going to use that, I'm going to lose. I'm still at 210, so I believe I'm still okay. Okay. Let's hurry up. Because I want to play a build today, and I have already masterwork and played this build yesterday to ensure that it's really doing well. And surprisingly, I'm happy that the build is doing well, and I will show it after I have finished this Infernal Horde. I just want to ensure that, so we're just gonna cast, actually we're just gonna stand here. So the Bone Spirit should be infinitely, and since we are gaining the resource at 200 all the time, so therefore it procs the rapid ossification all the time. So rapid ossification triggers, reducing the cooldown all the way to 0 so that we can cast the Bone Spirit right away. And we have resource generation from our Loom Rune, from our our temper affix, considering that from every cast we are gaining approximately 200 resource. Wow, we have 2 overpower ready to go. I don't know if it is just me. What I have understand and learned of that the hungry spires. So even though that we are here, we don't need to be inside of the hungry spires. As long as there's enemy inside of the spire and they are killed, it's going to trigger the hungry spire. See? I thought before that I need to be inside of the spire in order just to trigger to do the progress of the soul spire. And it makes sense why the effect of that legendary effect of the soul spire, that after hitting the enemy, after pulling the enemy, so they are gonna be killed or they're gonna take some a lot of damage. So they are pulled inside and all you need to do is just do a one cast and then they're gonna be dead right away. Therefore, considering, I would say that there is a lot of enemies that were pulled. So at least now, even though I think what we need is more attack speed. And now we are wearing the Gospel of Devotee, so the Bone Spirinters are now piercing all of the enemies. And look at how the Bone Storm the Bone Storm is resetting all the time because of you know what, let's use our potion so that we have more damage. There's one more thing that I want to try. If I'm going to really skill, basically I don't think we still need the Pock rune though. It's doing okay so far. Probably if we have the maximum Shattered Spirit, probably we will be dealing more damage. And probably if you have watched my previous run with the Inferno Horde wherein I was killing Bartuk, and I was saying that based on my observation that I think it took me a while to bring down Bartuk, like I think 30 seconds or 20 seconds, I think. So I feel like the damage is not that good based on that fight. But right now, what I have seen is the so far it's doing okay. But I'm not getting any good boons. This is the best and that we need the Exalted Horde here. The thing is, if you're outside of the soul spar, the enemies are not going to spawn in the soul spar. Exalted Horde or Ether Goblins? Well, hopefully they come out. They come out. So we have, this is wave 6 now. We are at 300. I hope we can get at least to summon Bartuk, not the Fell Council. Wow. Did we kill the goblin? No. It spawned in the last 2 seconds. Like, how good is that? How good is that? How good is that? Okay, last 2 waves. Well, now that we have the Exalted Hordes, hopefully... Basically, we don't care about those bone spirits anymore. What we care is now that we can cast the bone spirit all the time. Maybe we can do it. Boom. Goblin got pulled. I think we can do it. We can at least summon Bartuk. Seriously, we're not hitting that goblin? More faster events. Last wave. If we can do 1066 here, I would be surprised. To be honest, we also need attack speed. Two, one, 839. But that was close. Now Bartuk time. So I think let's swap with this one for more damage, and then this one.
You will find only your own death.
See? We're not even using the we're not even using the what you call this? The Gospel of the Devotee. Armor bone skill. Intel life cooldown. This is also okay. Attack speed. Low attack speed, overpower cooldown. Basically, we need the cooldown. We need intelligence. We need also life. I think it's important here to have a GA on the attack speed. The attack speed is only 37.2. I mean, if we can increase this attack speed even further, the only thing here is for speed farming. Okay, give me a second here. If I'm going to sacrifice for a while the attack speed, let's add more attack speed. I don't have attack speed here, that's the thing. Do I have a resource? Probably if I have a resource here. Attack speed here. Then if you have an attack speed here, this one doesn't have an attack speed. Intel without life, Intel, overpower, attack speed, and cooldown. So basically we're missing here, let's just say, even though if it's not a GA, 12.5, and then additional 12.5. So that to add around 25%. So at least this will increase by an additional 12%. I'm thinking, since we're not casting the grasping veins, how about we use the moonrise? Aspect of the moonrise. Can we try it? Maybe. Let me try not to use the. Give me a second. I think it needs the attack speed. It needs attack speed. Do I still have the mask? The thing is, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out where is the best way to farm the neat iron. I'm starting to lose my neat iron now. My neat iron is only 55 now. And that material is now more rarer than the Forgotten Soul. Maximum resource. Cooldown life is just, you don't have. I can sacrifice the life, but I don't want to sacrifice it any further. Maximum resource life, attack speed, good with maximum resource. Basically, I can roll the Tides of Blood here. If I am lucky. I have 7k Forgotten Soul. Wow, Hellbent Commander. Hello. Wow. How silly is that? I'm not I'm not doing a minion build and then now you're showing off your +2 Hellbent Commander. Really? Oh, another one. +2. Oh, there you go. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Now, all we need to do now here is to roll the macabre. Well, I don't need to. All I need is just Scroll of Restoration and then the Forgotten Soul, because this is already received the capstone bonus on the Temper Affix already, so we don't need to. There you go.
Magic is neither good nor
I didn't realize that, which is how good is that? A blessing in disguise. This is nope resource. This is Shattered Spirit. We're just 60. We're just missing 60. 60 multiplier damage.
here you are.
Now this is good. And then this one has attack speed, overpower, and then cooldown. We can replace cooldown this one. And then probably I'm thinking this is also Macabre Restore.
My magics await you over
That
there.
is Macabre Restore, Macabre Restore. Rapid dosification. Nice, thank you.
Things on your return.
Sir, I'm broke. I'm broke. Maybe hit the attack speed, not the rapid. I mean, that's fine. And this one is Decaying Humors. That is fine. Decaying Humorous.
Where the
Let's add a socket. Let's maybe we'll just craft a new one. I'm okay with this one.
manifest.
So how much is our attack speed now? 81.6. We managed to add around 50, maybe 47 something, which is okay. And then what if we replace the Grasping Veins with, oh, this is sanctified already. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'll just, well, this one is okay. Intel Life. I need Life on Hit. What I need on this one? Chance for Bone Splinters. Enchant. Replace critical strike chance with Life on Hit. Or cooldown reduction. Basically, we are speed farming. If I use this one, so we brought it down by another.
May your road be filled with wonders.
I think we don't have a good health regain. Probably let's go with that life one hit. So that we have a source of survivability. So we find the bone splinters. Bone splinters. Nice. Sir, I'm broke. Broke. I'm broke. See, that's the good thing about begging the NPC. When you are really telling the NPC that you're broke, as long as you're kind to the NPC, it will give you the affix that you need. Wow. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Simply at your fingertips.
What's this? Moonrise? Okay. What else? What else? Socket for a ruby. Okay, let's do this one more time. Just wait. Because I just want to see the efficiency now. Since we're not really casting, so this one, so the moonrise, it will provide a total of 20% attack speed on with multiplier damage on our basic skill. So this one is still good. So right now we have 258 resource. So yeah. And look at the splinters now. The splinters are also attacking so fast. This is it. Well, supposedly, we're supposed to use the bone, the gospel of the devotee. So that's the only thing, right? Can I grab the gospel of devotee? Maybe. Maybe I'm okay with the attack speed right now. What we need is more piercing. Draining spars. Let's do this. I'm watching out the resource. Okay, I think I'm missing one component here. The essence on kill. Okay. I didn't roll anything here. This one has life on hit. I think we don't need the life on hit on Infernal Horde. We can just use our potion. There's still a little bit of a chance. Probably because of the difference of this particular offhand that it has like some kind of the 28% maximum resource. It's just the thing is, as much as I want to use the double casting of the double projectile of the splinter, unfortunately, if I'm going to replace the Veratiel with the devotee, it's not. We're losing a huge multiplier on the basic skill, and again, the basic skill are the one really doing the damage here. Could you please give me the essence on kill, please? Not the lucky hit resource. There you go. Thank you. Plus 3, plus 2. Okay. No, I think that is plus 1.
Magic in all things.
That is plus 1.
Show you.
Oh no, that's correct because the masterwork is only adding 25% because the maximum essence on kill that we can enchant is only 2, so adding 25% is just adding 25, so that's 2.25, so it round down to 2. I have the Loom Rune, okay. I need this one. Yeah, you will give me 100, but that is going to give some benefit on all of the board run. How can I complete that soul spar if the monsters are not spawning at the soul spar itself? Ooh, we're getting scammed. Oh, Ether Goblins! There we go! There we go! Let's try this one. Hungry Spires. Boom! This is much. I feel like this one is much more better. Even though it doesn't pierce like double projectiles, and then it spawns so fast. Look at that. Where's the slay to all? Where are the slay all enemies? I need to slay all enemies. Oh, where's the goblin? Boo! Gotcha. Exalted hordes. Oh, let's go. Let's make it faster, boys. Look at that. Look at that. I think it's better to invest on better have a spare ring and then masterwork and then capstone bonus the attack speed, especially if it has a GA. It's gonna be much more better. Look at that. See, damage is not that bad. So spar. Okay. Last wave. Oh, we still managed to go to summon Bartuk, I guess. This is amazing. Machine gun sprinter is back, boys. Even though this is not strong, but it's fun to play for AoE clear on Inferno Hordes. You're dead. 700. Close to what we have a while ago. Bartuk. We haven't got any neat iron, isn't it? 55, it says here. Bartuk. Boo, where are Torment 4? Witness the speed, Bartuk! Oh, your shield is not going to help, Bartuk. But the damage is not that as potent as with the grasping veins. But it was fun. Alright. Alright. This build is done. Okay, let's go to the planner now and let me update the Bone Sprinter. So for the speed farming, So for the speed farming, we need intel, attack speed, cooldown, overpower. This is fine. Yeah, this one is correct. This is what I did yesterday. And then I think we don't need the rapid ossification, or probably you don't need the you don't need to capstone the rapid ossification here. I guess maybe go with the attack speed, or maybe rapid ossification is still good, because even though you're just adding like 5%. Just in case, but I think we're okay with the attack speed here. This is going to be 4. This is going to be 4. And then this one is still macabre. Restore resource, that's correct. This one needs to be attack speed. And then cooldown reduction is still important. And then with 1 essence on kill. And then on the weapon, this is replace this with Moonrise. Maximum intel, attack speed, Tides of Blood. Yule, Loom, Pok, and Sand. So those are correct notes. For speed farming setup, replace Quacks with Loom. Have another set of rings, both with no. Have another set of rings. One with rapid ossification temper. The second ring, instead of overpower affix, fine with essence on kill. Is that what I did? Intel life. Intel attack speed, cooldown, overpower. I replace overpower with essence on kill. Okay, so that's correct. Second ring, instead of overpower affix, fine with essence on kill. This setup will let you cast the Bone Spirit without cooldown frequently, while keeping your essence at full every cast. If you need more movement speed, you can replace Divine Gift with Scream. Divine Gift screams with anguish, and I believe I didn't do that. I still have. Oh, how much is my movement speed though? Movement speed 90. Well, not bad. Not bad. Well, not bad. Not bad. Okay, save. I'm going to post, give me a second, share, copy. So what I did is I have this. I'm gonna post this link. So instead of a build planner for each of the build, I'm going to create this link. And if you are watching this stream, you can type the exclamation D4 builds, and then this link will show up, and then you can easily access the build, so that you don't have. So basically I did this so that all of the builds that I think that is fun to play for me is I'm going to post and keep on updating this every season. So I guess you have a hint on what is the next build that I'm planning to play. Did I replace this? Well, copy link. Seems like the same. Okay. Okay. Bone Spirinter is done. Speed Farm and Inferno Horde. Oh, there's one more that I forgot. Give me a second. Okay. Have a pair offhand. Is it the same? I just want to double check this. Offhand, Intel maximum resource life cooldown. On the end game, Intel maximum life hit cooldown. Okay. Okay. Have a spare offhand with the same affixes and temper, but imprint aspect of moonrise. I hope they have. Does this one has a tooltip? This is a tempering aspect of the moonrise. No. Boo. Why there's no tooltip on the temper fix? Anyway, that's it. All good. All good. Before I continue, let me exit. Leave now. I want to check if I have a better Indira's memory or unique helm. Let me check a helm or resource chance. I like this one. Though I lost 6%, 6%. Maybe this one is also okay. No, you're not good. 60 and 40 chance for blood spear. I need the resource though. Especially the resource. Okay. Pants. Where is the pants? Dearest memory. 38. Overpowered, tides of blood. Casimay. That's it. I have no more Indira's memory. I think I need to farm. Anyway. I'm thinking maybe
The open road is nice, but I did miss.
Wednesday or Thursday. Let's farm. Let's summon Belial. Anything good here?
Use it well.
This one, right? Now we can discard, not discard, but I think I need. This one is the essence on kill overpower. So you are the speed farming. Basically, again, see, the Gospel of Devotees was even outperformed by a regular
Fashion this into something exquisite.
legendary item. So what we have observed a while ago, attack speed is so important because the more attack speed that you have, the faster the projectile is going to shoot. And since we are using the an aspect that causes the splinter to project twice, so we're now shooting so many bone splinters. Okay, the next build that I'm going to play, and I haven't finished with this one, I still need some better equipment, and this is the Blood Spear. So just to give a brief information about this skill, if for those who haven't not familiar with the build, so sorry, for those who are not familiar with the build, Bone Spear, using the Indira's memory, turning the Bone Spear into a blood skill also. So this is the very first skill of the Necromancer, using a certain unique that makes it a hybrid build. Not just that, with the Decaying Humerus, turning the physical damage of the Bone Spear into or any bone skills into a shadow damage. Now the Bone Spear is now using the mechanic of the overpowering by being a blood skill. Second, it is now a shadow damage that can benefit from the shadow damage scalars here, Terror and the Gloom, and more importantly, the Wither node. Okay? Back in Season 9, Season 7 and Season 8, Blood Spear, when Blood Spear was introduced back in Season 7, it was so good. Until they improved the build in Season 8, and then somehow they changed everything, the overpowering mechanic in Season 9. And not only that, the damage of the Deathless Visage and I believe the Indira's memory, especially the Indira's memory, was reduced by almost half. Basically by half. And I think the Deathless Visage was kind of increased by a bit. So that's why, and especially the Bone Dusters aspect, the one that really makes the build more powerful, was also heavily adjusted duster. Before, when we use the Bone Prison and then we hit the enemies with Bone Spear while they are inside of the Bone Prison, the Bone Spear is going to overpower all the time. All the time. As long as the enemies are inside of the Bone Prison. Now they change it that the Bone Spear will only guarantee to overpower on the first enemy that it hits. Therefore, with the rapid ossification that you can reduce the cooldown of a bone skill, including the Bone Prison, you can resummon it very quickly in order to enclose the enemies with the Bone Prison, so that when the Bone Spear again hits the enemy, so basically it refreshes. When you summon the Bone Prison, you hit them with the Bone Spear, it guarantees to overpower, but that's it. It doesn't repeat. But if you resummon again the Bone Prison, then the Bone Spear is going to guarantee to do overpower just one on the first enemy that hits. If the enemy is still alive, even though it's inside the bone prison, it's not, your bone spear is not going to do any overpowering anymore unless you have the sand rune. Okay, unless you have the sand rune. I tried to make this build using that bone prison, and what I have noticed is that it really struggles a lot because you have to cast the bone prison, and somehow, I don't know if it's just my keyboard, but in order to cast the bone spear, you're holding the key associated by the skill, and then when I try to press the bone prison and then simultaneously prematurely, basically, because we are a bone spear is still a bone skill, and then it triggers the rapid ossification while the bone prison is still active. It reduces the cooldown very quickly that you can summon it again. Even though the bone prison is still alive, there are still segments that are still alive, you can cast it again so that the bone prison will prematurely dies or disappear so that you can summon it again. So take note, if you want to do an overpower again, you cast it again and then you cast another one just to do another encasement of bone prison. So you're casting the bone prison twice. Cast and then prematurely, if it's good to go, then cast it again. So I just realized like this is for me, this is too much. Like, I don't want to do that kind of mechanic. I don't want to cast that bone prison. Why I don't just cast the bone spear, find a way to make it overpower so that it will benefit from that overpower mechanic. Considering that on its skill tree, we're using this 40% more overpower, and then Indira's memory has the Tides of Blood. Though I don't have a Tides of Blood here, but I'm using the Banished Lord Talisman. So with the Banished Lord Talisman, I'm getting the benefit of getting a guarantee overpower if I have spent 275 resource. It's not a quick guarantee, but what I have and what I have tested, especially on large pack of enemies, is the Ehu. I think I still have the
More loyal friends you'll not find.
Ehu and Sand Rune. The only problem with this one is during the pit boss that you need to bring the health to 80% in life in order for the Ehu to work. That's the only thing. I'm still trying to figure this out, but with regards to clearing the pit, this is still efficient. It's much more efficient. Of course, in order for us to kill the pit boss, we need to clear the monsters first on the first or the 2 floors of the pit before we enter the pit arena. And then Seer and Watt, so that's still we're going to use for cursing. So on the weapon, I'm using everything overpower. Now, there is a problem on using the Indira's memory. There is a consequence. There is a consequence on using this because once you cast the bone spear, the Indira's memory triggers its effect, wherein if there is a corpse, it consumes that corpse that launches another bone spear, which is good. However, it also drains 5% of your life. And right now we have 10,000 life, so meaning for every cast, it drains our life by 500. And since we are a blood skill, we have invested also blood attack speed. I believe I can go with Ratma's Chosen. I am now at 73 plus Ratma's Chosen 50 plus 24.8. So this is, let's just say 49 plus 55. So that's 104. So that is 177. That will give us, if I'm not mistaken, 3 attack speed per second. That is so fast that it's going to drain our life so fast as well. However, there is a way to sustain and mitigate the life drain of the Indiro's memory, and that is with the help of a life on hit here. But you will tell me 198 life on hit is not going to help because every cast is around 500 drain per cast. It says here per hit. When we cast the Bone Spear, it triggers the Deathless Visage. And the Bone Spear, when we throw the Bone Spear, it throws again, it returns when the Bone Spear hits whatever it reached the very end of whatever, whether there's a wall or as long as it reached its end, it shatters and then it returns back with smaller projectiles. And those projectiles is again will activate another hit. And because we are consuming corpse, we are producing corpse. We are producing in one cast approximately, I've been seeing around so many, I think 3 bone spear at a time. So meaning we are doing 3 hits, and with the explosion, see those explosions, those are also hits. And then the projectiles going back, those are hits as well. And with our chance for Bone Spear to cast twice, so meaning one cast is double spear, so that's double hit. So basically just one hit, life on hit is enough. Okay? Without further ado, I hope I'm not getting scammed yesterday, but this build is doing okay. And I don't know why am I lagging. Am I lagging? Or do I need to minimize this again? Okay, let me check. Am I still lagging? Okay, we're good. We're good. What I have observed, because this build is doing a lot of damage instances with very fast attack speed, somehow, what I have observed is that the elites are also reacting the way I'm doing my skill. If I'm attacking so fast, somehow the elites are also casting their skills so fast as well, for some reason. It's like their AI is, they are also reactive on how I'm doing or casting my skill or whatever, for some reason. I like this area. This is a narrow area wherein the Bone Spear is going to hit the wall right away, having those splinters to return very quickly, and somehow I'm getting crowd controlled over there. And those executioner swords are back with their dangerous mechanic again. That is my only problem. Huh? What's happening? Was that the same bug that I have? Something is wrong. We're getting scammed here. Wow. Ah, you have a new build, huh? Let me destroy your new build, sir. What the heck? Give me a sec. I'm just observing. Am I having? Because somehow when I move, I'm looking at my second monitor. That I don't know if. Give me a second. I'm looking at my OBS here. There's no problem with the broadcast, but I don't know. Don't do this to me. Like, we're having fun here. Okay, we're having fun here. Come on. I'm lagging. Or because the effect of the blood spirit, like there's so many things happening on the screen. Like my game is like it cannot keep up with the effects on the screen. Wow, those executioner sword are. Give me a second. Give me a second. Latency 77, frame rate 72. I'm kind of lagging for some reason. They're trying. This means only one thing. Our build is doing good. They're trying to break the build. Take note that I'm still missing some important affixes here. That this one still... oops. We can still further improve this build. Have to wait for my soul rift. I'm also thinking maybe should I replace the frailty board with flesh eater, especially during speed farming and inferno horde. I also tried this on the inferno horde, that somehow I'm kind of losing the damage because how the frailty works, we need to curse the enemies. If we are killing the enemies so fast that they're not getting cursed anymore, of course there's still the Wat rune, but since we are very efficient on consuming the corpse, wow, there's something. The game was so smooth yesterday. I like this area, sir. Why? What's happening with my bone spear? I need to find a there's one more important damage scaler here that I forgot to explain. The ossified essence. I don't know if I have explained it a while ago. The ossified essence. The ossified essence, key passive for the bone skill, requires that in order to take the full benefit of the multiplier damage, every time that when you cast your bone skills, if you have a full essence, you will get the benefit of the damage multiplier on the key passive, given that you have achieved the full essence requirement to reach the full maximum damage. So the way the ossified essence work is that besides the 50% generation on the resource, it gives the bone skills 0.7% multiplier damage for every resource that you have when you cast your bone skills. And the maximum damage multiplier is 140%. So in order to take the full benefit of that damage multiplier is that you need your essence to be almost full whenever you cast your skill. After casting the skill, it's still gonna go up very quickly, so that when it calculates the damage, you will get the full benefit of the multiplier damage. However, in order to get the full damage multiplier, you need to have at least at 200 resource, you can get the full benefit of the 140 damage multiplier. It doesn't matter how many resource that you have. The point there is, for every resource, that is an equivalent of 0.7% multiplier. So the more resource that you have upon cast, and then you recover it very quickly, then you will get the full benefit of the damage. And I think I'm still at 147. I'm still missing around 53 resource. So imagine that 53 resource times 0.7. So that is approximately an additional around 35% damage, if I'm not mistaken. So that's still quite a lot. Okay, this is it. Now the real test here is, for me, is the damage on single target combat, especially on the boss. Wow, it still didn't open the portal. Boo. Let's go, B. 2, 1. The sand rune is still not activating. The health of the boss is still not. Almost there. There we go. Let's activate this sand rune. Look at those bone spear. Oh! Elias! Elias! Elias is such a cheater. Elias is such a cheater. Okay, if you don't want to upgrade it because we're so ossified key, yeah, the ossified essence. So see, because I'm using the Great Feast, so if I remove this one, let's use. Can I use the Soul Rift? So as we gain the resource, the damage of the ossified key, the ossified essence, keeps on going up, because that is based on the amount of resource that you have upon cast. So right now at 147, so our ossified key ossified essence is giving us around 103 damage. So we're still missing at maximum 140. So we're still missing around 36.7%. So that is one of the I would say one of the issue that I'm planning to solve right now. How can I increase the resource? And that is the reason why I grabbed the GA resource on the Deathless Visage. So basically this one has GA on the Bone Spear, with a high roll on the multiplier damage. But the thing is will this outperform this one? Take note, this one has a GA on the Bone Spear. The difference between the other one, I believe, let's go back to the town. If I can find a way to increase the resource up to 200%, there is one way. If I'm going to use an offhand, but I'm going to lose a lot of damage just to use an offhand. And I think an offhand at fully masterwork, I believe that is so 28 if you masterwork that, but also we need the chance for Bone Spear to cast twice. Resource. So this one, if I'm going to masterwork this, what is the basic resource? So 32, give me a second, 32. Let me open. Divided by 32 divided by 1.25 divided by 1.25, so that is around 25.6 or maybe around 25. Oh, sorry, 5. That is around 21 resource basic. This one is 18. This one is 18. Against 32. The difference between these two, the fact that this one has a maximum tier on the unique damage, it has a GA on the Bone Spear. If I'm going to masterwork the 7 here, 1.75, 7 times 1.75, that is going to be 12 against 2 with the maximum resource of 14. So 14 times 0.7 times 14, that is 9.8 increased damage on our ossified essence. It's only 10% compared to this one. For every rank of Bone Spear, I believe this is now around 10% increase in damage. 390. Next is 403. So that's 13. So that's big. And we're missing 2. Probably this could have been better if this one is a maximum resource instead of the chance for the Bone Spear to cast twice. At least it can still get the 25% from the masterwork. There is one more that I can get, which is maximum, or just maybe, no, I think maximum resource on the chest. You don't have one. This one. And I'm going to roll the armor. Replacing essence per second. Wow, you only added 5. You know what? I think that's fine. Then maybe we temper tendrils.
Shall I guide my hammer?
Tendril size. Tendril size. But we're just gonna go after with the greater affix. What we are going to chase here is to capstone the resource. Basically, I'm going to end the stream in about 10 minutes. Basically, I'm already done for the day. So I guess so tomorrow what I'm going to do is just what I'm going to do tomorrow is to still keep on trying to improve this. I'm gonna try to find a way. And my gears are still not in good shape, so I'm still gonna look for the best affixes here, and I still don't have the best Banished Lord talisman here. But I think we're getting better now. So let's masterwork now and hit the resource.
There's a good one.
This is Seer and what? 36. So from 103,
Fashion this into something exquisite.
So we managed to add around 18.2. Is that correct? 36. $137. Current bonus 121.5. Wow, it didn't change. I think this is bugged. Now 103. 103. 147. 0.7 times 143. That's 100. It says here 101. And then when you add 36, so that is going to add 179. So that should be 125. $36, 173. Sorry, 173. So we are now at 124. We're just behind now by 16 more points, and basically it needs... So now I'm short with the resource. Can I borrow maybe resistance? No. They have resistance there that I can total armor. This one. S11 kill, S11 kill. This is now 4. Now 181. We're just 19 points behind. Basically, we're close. So we managed to basically improve the... I'm thinking if I'm okay not to have the Grim Harvest here, because the Grim Harvest here is still important because this regain our resource. I'm thinking here maybe I don't need the rapid ossification, and then maybe how's my armor? 16882. I have already this one. I think I need one more here. Need one more. Otherwise, we're gonna be slaughtered by the enemies. Yeah, we don't need the rapid ossification now. Serration, maybe not that much. Right now, we have 25 here. How much is our critical strike chance? 40. plus 25 from grasping veins, so that's 65. And then this one, at least 1 point. If we have 190, 180 divided by 30, so that's 6 times 1, so that's an additional 6%. Adding 3 more points here, this adds 9. 9 times 0.7, so that is 6.3% increase. Whereas this one increases the damage at maximum rank. This is 5. This is 15% increase in damage. See? That's quite a lot. I think we are okay with this one for now. Well, if we have the I think the only, I don't know if that will outperform this one if we're going to use the Shroud of the False Death. And probably if we have a GA on the maximum resource and the Bone Spear with a high roll on that damage, maybe, and then plus this one, and then if we can get that Overpower and then Tides of Blood double GA with maximum roll on the damage, maybe. Okay, let's do, shall we push 87? Oops, let me reset, let me leave. So basically this is my last run for tonight. So tomorrow we're just gonna probably what I'm thinking tomorrow, if I'm going to replace this Frailty, which one? This one, Frailty, with, to rework the Paragon board with, instead of Frailty, Flesh Eater, especially during speed farming like Inferno Hordes. Again, the enemies are waiting for to be cursed, and then the curse here is a damage buildup. If we are almost one-shotting the enemies, so we are waiting for like 4 seconds for them to reach the full benefit of the or the full effect of the Frailty. Of course, on next season, that is going to change, wherein when the enemies are cursed, they take the damage right away. But since this build is very efficient on consuming corpse, so I feel like maybe it's much more better to use Flesh Eater. Why? Be careful, this is Fire Enchanted. Explosive Fire Enchanted. Okay, let's keep our distance. That is a very dangerous elite. We need to just take our time. Whoa! Explosion! Wow, the elite left behind an explosion, huh? Nice one. The Executioner's Sword are back. Whoops. Whoops. I'm trying to escape the Executioner's Sword, and then all of a sudden I saw the effect on the ground that it shows the fire explosion damage from the fire enchantment. Ah, Pit 87. Melting, melting. Oof. Wow, that is so fast. It's okay. What can I do? What's that song again? Da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun, dun, 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 dun. Oh! The mechanic of these elites are really trying to break the spirit of our necromancer. That will be the last death. That will be the last death. Okay? That will be the last death. This build is not going to stop me to kill your boss Belial, okay? Somebody's already like, I'm always getting off guard. Yeah, I'm always getting caught off guard. Like all of the sudden, like, everything is red. Everything is red. See, even the sword is also red. Explosion are also red. Ah, I think I know why. Because Valentine's is coming soon. What? And the explosion of the Deathless Visage is also red. I'm having a hard time to see the Nice one, guys. Oh, what did you say again? Last death? Last death? To be honest, like I don't know. I have been observing this since yesterday. The more, especially this build, the more the more faster that I attack, the more I proc the damage. Somehow, the elites are sensing the power, and then they react to what kind of damage that I'm doing. For some reason, I've never experienced this when I played the minion build, the Shadow Blight build. Like the way the monsters are behaving, I don't know. How many times I died? Like, that's a lot to bring down my timer to 5 minutes. I think I died how many times? 5 already? Oh boys, bring it on boys. Bring it on. Bring it on. And somehow the affixes of the elites are being carried over. That's why same thing with the that fire enchantment. Those the trash monsters are also carrying the fire enchantment, and then when they die, when they explode, it explodes. It explode the same power of that fire enchantment of the main elite. So if you're not really paying attention on what's happening, and then all of a sudden the trash mobs that has the fire enchantment near you, before you know it, you are toast. I hope this is the last enemies that will open the portal on the pit boss. Oh, not yet. Ooh. Wait a second. What? Come on. My hands are my fingers are kind of tired. Well, we still got hit. Okay, let's do it one more time. Let's do it that is annoying. We can do it. And we just need to really be cautious. Like, okay, let's don't be reckless. I have nothing to say about those swords. How fast that they can react. I don't know what to say. Let's just finish this. I know the portal is already on the other side. It's just I want to clear this just to ensure that I have killed the enough enemy. Are the elites dead? I think there's only one. There's one more remaining. Is it dead? I think it's dead. Let's go, let's go. Since we are spawning a lot of bone spear, it also triggers the lucky hit. Sorry, does my voice sound so serious now? So even though we have only 12 duration, and then the cooldown is, I think I have only allotted 12. Sorry, 12. I have only allotted 2 points on the rank. So it still has a very high cooldown, but because we are spawning a lot of bone spear, and with the curse aura and the abhorrent decrepify, it's somehow still efficient on reducing the cooldown of the soul rift, despite of its very high cooldown. the good thing about this build is that no matter where the enemies is, you can shoot from close. Or long, distant target. Come on, there you go. Now look at the burst damage now from the Sun Rune and Ahu. Let's go, boy. Go. How long was the fight? I don't know if I want to check if my essence is dropping so fast that every I don't know if my essence are always at full during the fight, because that is also important. Because if our essence is dropping around, because take note that we are attacking so fast, and one of the besides from the soul rift, I'm using the lucky hit to restore resource, because I find this very efficient, especially we are casting so many bone spear that we are triggering so many lucky hits from the shards when it returns, when it breaks, and then from the explosions from the deathless visage effect. So we have so many damage instances procs to proc the lucky hit. Therefore, we can gain that 25 primary resource. So I'm just that is also one of the affixes that will help on regaining our essence back. So, and maybe this is one of the reason, because I'm still losing some movement speed. So I don't know what happened to me. Like somehow I'm having some hiccups on my last minute of my stream. So let's go with the Abyssal, then dominate essence, amplify. Wow. It failed on amplify. Okay, but at least we're close. Probably I'm gonna slowly upgrading the glyph, and I think this build can clear pit 90. It may not be a fast clear, but I think this can clear. Sorry, excuse me. I think this can clear pit 90. So anyway, tomorrow I'm just gonna check whether which one is better, frailty or flesh eater, and then we'll just see. So at least now you can see the performance of the blood spear right now. So far it is, to be honest, compared to the bloodlands, this one is much more better. Excuse me. Even though the bloodlands is very good at survivability, because it picks up those blood orbs automatically. So yeah, that's it for me today. So we're just gonna continue with our blood spear, and then thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.